Live from WFSB, Connecticut's #1 local news, this is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 7.
It is 7 o'clock and we are live on Roku, Apple TV, and the Amazon Fire Stick. Today, student athletes will rally in Cheshire right outside the headquarters for the state's governing body for high school sports. They're calling for a return to play as debate rages over what the fall season should look like. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Caitlin Uklo tells us what we can expect this morning.
Back on March 10th at the office of the CIAC in Cheshire, hundreds of student athletes rallied outside the CIAC office, trying to convince officials to let them finish their season as the COVID-19 pandemic was just beginning. Today, months later, another protest is planned. The CIAC's board ruled last week that it was okay to start sports, but they released a plan that included fewer games, a regional schedule, and social distancing guidelines whenever possible. A day after the CIAC said it was okay, the Department of Public Health advised against playing football and girls volleyball, saying those high-risk sports should be canceled or postponed until the spring. The CIAC responded by pausing sports for 2 weeks.
I don't think there is a right answer. I think right now, I'd hate to be in the decision makers' hands right now. No matter what they do, they don't know if they're right or wrong.
Caitlin Uklo, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Let's take a look now at the latest coronavirus numbers here in Connecticut. 59 people tested positive out of more than 9,600 new tests. That's a positivity rate of 0.6%. One more person has been reported to have died, and hospitalizations went up by 2 patients. We want to remind you of another 3 Cares event. It's happening today. We're giving away 2 youth-sized cotton masks per child on a first-come, first-served basis. We'll be at the Toyota Oakdale Theater in Wallingford from 9:30 this morning until 12:30. These events are in collaboration with the Jewish Federation of Greater New Haven. And you can find more on that event and other coronavirus information. We've got it all for you on the Channel 3 streaming app. That app, of course, is free to download. Happening today in New Haven, the state's attorney general will join lawmakers and postal workers as they call for more protections for the U.S. Postal Service. This comes after the Postmaster General said he would stop cost-cutting measures at post offices all across the country. There were concerns those changes would impact the November election. Organizers of today's event say there's no plan in place to provide future funding for the USPS or to reverse damage that those measures might have already caused. The rally will start at 11 in front of the Brewery Street Post Office.
Connecticut's Back to School Authority is sponsored by Yale New Haven Children's Hospital, one of the best in the nation.
Channel 3 is your Back to School Authority. Right now, one Yale professor wants everyone to expect life will be very different on college campuses this fall. Psychology professor Lori Santos warns students to expect widespread infections, maybe even some deaths. Now her message has gone viral. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Roger Suzanne has more.
Let's get right to Professor Santos's exact words. She writes, "You should emotionally prepare for the fact that your residential college life will look more like a hospital unit than a residential college. And we all should be emotionally prepared for widespread infections and possibly deaths in our community." Santos wrote the letter to let students know what they can expect when they return in a matter of weeks. She warns that the campus community should expect some spaces will have to be transformed into medical suites for weekly COVID testing. And she notes that many staff members are among the most vulnerable. Now, before Yale students are allowed to return, they must sign a contract that requires them to get tested regularly, agree to contact tracing, quarantine for 2 weeks if infected or exposed, wear a mask, and not attend or host large gatherings, as well as not leave campus until Thanksgiving break. Santos challenges students not to take the decision lightly, and some, like senior Sarah Sotomayor, took her advice and are actually taking the semester off.
It's a very real truth that coming back to campus, that increases the risk of an outbreak, that increases the risk of students here contracting COVID, getting sick, potentially dying. It is a very real risk.
Roger Suzanne, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Now, Yale officials say they will try to create a bubble on campus, but that could be difficult in a city like New Haven. We did reach out to Professor Santos, but she has not yet responded.
All right, hi everybody. It is going to be one of the top 10 best days of the year, so we want you to get out there and enjoy it. Going to the beach today, lovely. 77 in Mystic, Niantic, 78 in Old Saybrook, Madison, Brantford, 79 in Milford, Fairfield, and Norwalk, with bright golden sunshine and a water temperature of 75 degrees. Get there early. Channel 3 early warning radar scanning the state dry. Lovely, lovely day coming up with temperatures in the upper 70s, low 80s, low humidity, and bright golden sunshine. Take a look at that sunshine that's out there. Torrington, good morning to you. Middletown, a little bit of fog along the Connecticut River, so just be careful driving around, but the visibility is pretty good. You can see that layer of fog out there as well in Hartford, but not too much of a big deal at the ground level. Tolland, 56. Look at these numbers. 56 in South Windsor, 61 the typical overnight low. It is 51 in Colebrook. Wow, that is cool. Milford and Niantic a little bit better along the shoreline, 60 and 64. Jeff and Staffordville coming in at 52 degrees. So it's delightfully cool out there. Take a look at the temperatures. 51 is the cool spot in Salisbury, and then you get to 62 in Bridgeport. That is the warm spot, and that is the spread. But a lot of towns in the mid to upper 50s this morning, and those dew points are going to remain comfortable in the low to mid 50s. All right, let's take a look at the day ahead, one of the top 10 best days of the year. So we march through, you're going to notice, abundant sunshine. There's not even a cloud in the sky with a temperature of 80 degrees by later this afternoon. Delightfully comfortable, low humidity, and golden sunshine for the shoreline as well. So that's looking really good too. All right, we're going to take you out and show you a little bit of a warming trend for the weekend. We'll get to that in just a second. In the meantime, satellite and radar confirms we've got nothing going on. Here comes that weekend warm-up we're talking about. All right, early warning futurecast tomorrow's weather today, showing us an hour-by-hour depiction of not a lot going on out there. This is noontime. You might see a cloud in Torrington, but that's about it. And then we run you down through this evening. Tonight was clear, cool, and comfortable. And then tomorrow is another great day with a southwesterly flow, though, that's going to be pumping up some warmer air into the state, so the temperatures will sneak into the mid to upper 80s tomorrow. Then we get into the 90s, low 90s by Saturday. 90 degrees is expected. I want to forge ahead here to Friday, till today. Mostly sunny, quite pleasant. Sun is up at 6:04, sun sets at 7:43. It's going to be a really nice day of weather. Tonight, clear, cool again. Temperatures are going to be in the mid to upper 50s and low 60s. And then your 7-day forecast includes 87 tomorrow. Beautiful day tomorrow as well. And then just an opportunity for a scattered shower on Saturday. Now, if you have to pick a weekend day that's better than the other, it's Saturday. Sunday, we feature showers and thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon as a cold front barrels into the moist and humid air mass. And then Monday and Tuesday, just a slight chance for a scattered shower. Wednesday, 92 degrees and humid. You're going to notice temperatures above average for the foreseeable future. The normal daytime high for this time of year is about 82, 83. So we're going to get there today, but the temperatures along the shoreline are going to be even cooler. And then everybody starts marching back up. 90 degrees on Saturday, 86 degrees for the shoreline. So that is a warm looking 7-day forecast. We're going to add to those 90-degree days. So keep it tuned to Channel 3. We'll keep you posted. And I want to thank you so much for tuning into this edition. 707, Eric, we'll send it back to you.
Hey, that's my line.
Hey.
I want to thank you so much for tuning into this edition of Eyewitness News. Ignore that other guy. Remember, you can get news and weather updates anytime you want them. Just turn to the Channel 3 app. I'm Eric Parker. He was Scot Haney. You should have a great day.